I'm Joey Reynolds. I'm a national talk show host, and I fly the friendly skies of the broadcast band, all platforms. On this particular one, United Airlines, which used to be the Friendly Skies, I have a round-trip ticket for my daughter, who's 8 months pregnant with a 2-year-old, and we paid coach $1,600 round trip from Arcata, California to Fort Lauderdale and back again, of course. And they charged us $25 for a bag, which I paid $50 in advance at United so that the return bag would be prepaid, but it didn't register, so I had to buy it again. Anyway, when I took her to the Fort Lauderdale airport on the return flight, the plane was an hour late, and she had to go to Newark, which I don't think is on the way to California. And when they got to Newark and to board the other plane 4 hours later, she had to wait because there was no room on the flight. And the reason is the airlines sell out seats through these bargain hunters, and there's never a chair. So a person who got a scrap flight has to wait until the next available seat, until someone doesn't show up, probably, because all the seats are sold, you know that. Anyway, she was going from Fort Lauderdale to San Francisco to Arcata, okay? Now, the flight from United from Newark to San Francisco missed the flight connection in Arcata, in San Francisco. So here we go. She has to spend the night in San Francisco. There's no room on the Arcata flight. Next day, all day, no room. So she had to spend another night. That night at 9 o'clock, she goes to get on board the plane after the whole day with her schlepping her 2-year-old. And here we go. Now they scrapped that flight. So she couldn't go the next day. I know what you're going to say, take a bus. That's probably it. And as a matter of fact, in that part of the country, Amtrak owns a bus company, not the train. They don't have passenger service. They have bus service. So, you know, it's a miserable experience for an 8-month-old pregnant young lady with a 2-year-old schlepping around and having to spend a couple of days without your bag because you don't have access to it, you know, when you're committed to a flight. Finally, she got home after 3 days, and it's a full round-trip fare of $1,600, which I think is overpriced because San Francisco to Arcata is United Express, whatever that means. I think United ought to really merge with Samsonite and get in the baggage business. They're more, you'll be a lot happier. Or merge with FedEx, maybe UPS. You guys are better at handling bags than people, I think. The only purpose for air stewards and airline stewardess is in case, God forbid, there's an accident. Other than that, you know, that pre-tape that they run on the flight, and also selling us the Visa cards for the extra miles and hawking the food. It's not necessary to have an airline steward or stewardess anymore, really. We take good care of ourselves. You've had us, we've become travel agents, baggage clerks, food caterers, so now why don't you make us our own stewardesses? Give us the school so that we know how to handle ourselves if there is, God forbid, a crash. Anyhow, there we go. And I think United Airlines owe my daughter an apology. They owe her a flight for sure, and maybe a refund. But you guys take 2 or 3 weeks to get back, and she's only got 2 more weeks to get back here to have the baby full term. So I'm anxious, and nobody from the airline has called me. There's no customer service. Nobody answers phones. You're like teenagers. Teenagers text you because then, as a parent, you don't know where they are, and they can get away with murder, you know. Well, I don't mean it that way. But you guys at United got to strengthen yourselves, you know, and when you get extra money, like for fuel charges going down, don't buy another airplane. Take care of the ones you got. And, you know, I mean, maybe you got too big. Maybe you ate too much. Spit some of it out. It's a Reynolds Rap.